Today guys, I want to be talking about something that every single person has that I don't think people fully realise is part of the human body. Everyone has them, even this little girl. Okay, that's not true, she doesn't have them. But what am I talking about today? I am talking about something called a sebaceous filament. Okay, so sebaceous filaments, essentially, I have had a lot of clients come in over my time and basically talk about, oh my god, my blackheads on my nose are so big, my pores are so big, blah blah blah, which is totally fair enough. Some people do have blackheads on their nose. However, I think a lot of people mistake blackheads for this other thing called a sebaceous filament. Now, sebaceous filament, essentially, like, one way to think about it is, have you ever tried popping the little blemishes on your nose and you get gunk out of them and all that kind of thing, but those little holes afterwards, they still are there, aren't they? They don't close up, they don't go away, things like that. Essentially, those kind of things, and I have them, everyone has them, they're all around, normally around this region. Sometimes you can get them there, sometimes you can get them into the crevice of your chin as well. Those kind of things, essentially, they're designed to be like little wells, little buckets to catch dirt and filth and gunk to stop going up your nose, in your mouth, in order to prevent you from getting sick or getting some sort of infection. So let's look at some reference photos to just figure out which is the difference. So, this here, this is a blackhead on your nose. Right? You can see they're black, they're swollen, there's something that you get quite a lot of stuff out of, but then often afterwards it closes up and it heals. This, on the other hand, this is a sebaceous filament. Sebaceous filaments, you can see, they're constantly there, they're normally quite evenly dispersed, and they sort of often go across the bridge of your nose and down underneath as well, under the nostrils as well. So, how do we get rid of them? Well, as you may have seen in my previous video about primers, which you can see here, I discussed about talking about pore refining primers. So the one I'm going to be using today is Baby Skin by Maybelline. This one is designed, and it's self-described as an instant pore eraser. I find that these type of ones that are really heavy in like a silica, they're designed to fill in those little gaps. They're not going to, you know, seal off the pores or trap any dirt or anything, but they're just going to sort of hide the appearance for the day. So I've put no products on my nose right now. So what I thought I'd do is I'd do a little demo. Essentially, I'm going to take this. Now, when you're using a pore refining primer, you want to use the absolute tiniest little amount, like so much that you can barely see it. It's just on the tip of my finger there. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to knock that very gently over my nose. Now when I'm putting that over an area that I want to conceal these kind of issues, I want to be very firmly going around in a 3D motion. Not just going one way. We want to sort of imagine like the rim of a bowl. If you're just painting one direction, you're only getting the one edge of the bowl. You want to go all the way around. So that way it's completely concealed. And we're going to be doing the same technique using the foundation next. Okay, so once I've got that on, I'm actually going to be using Estee Lauder Double Wear because it is one of my favorite foundations. It's full coverage, it's creamy, it's waterproof, great for an oily kid like me. I'm going to be putting that onto my nose, and I'm just going to use my finger because YOLO, and I am going to be buffing it in that nice circular motion, right in the cracks, all the way around like that. Then finally, what I like to do to conceal any remaining texture is I like to be using a little bit of powder. So I'm going to be using this powder by Cathy doll called Speed White Powder Compact, and I'm going to be using a little powder brush, and I'm just going to very lightly set on top, just to take away any kind of shine or texture, because as we know, shine and texture can sometimes highlight those kind of, you know, like the differences in texture in the skin. So by mattifying very gently, not too much, that's going to help conceal those little dents in your nose. Hopefully that helped clear up a few mysteries on what those things are, and please don't think that you're strange by having those, because it is just something that is part of our biology. Some people have more of them, some people have less, but either way, we all have them, alright? So, until my next video, I'll talk to you all soon. Mwah! Bye!